Well, May is Better Speech and Hearing Month, Sean. And, in every child's development, there are key speech and language and feeding milestones from a very early age all the way through school. We're being joined now by a speech pathologist to learn a little bit more.
Absolutely. Edna Elizabeth Yang. She is a speech pathologist and owner of More Than Words LLC. It's great having you.
Thank you. It's nice to be with you guys today.
All right. So you're a speech pathologist. What exactly is that?
So, a speech pathologist is someone who helps people improve their speech, language, thinking, and swallowing skills.
Okay.
They can work with anyone from newborns to the elderly, and we work in a variety of settings, including schools, private practice, hospitals, rehab, and nursing homes.
I think it's a very interesting profession that you're in. It's super neat, and of course, you're involved in helping people improve their communication and improve their lives. It's really a big deal. We spoke a little bit about kids in the introduction, but what is the relationship with kids and parents in the home and developing speech?
That's a very good question, especially right now, being that we're in a pandemic. Parents and caregivers, they have a huge role in how well kids can develop their communication skills, especially as kids that are in preschool age or newborns, they rely and listen to all the parents in the home speak. And so having communication and speaking with them, reading to them is quite important.
No question about it. I was the one of the questions we have here is how can a parent help their child talk more at home? I don't know if it's possible in the Tempesta household, but let's say these kids won't stop. But let's say you're having a kid, you want to help them express themselves more. How can we help them and coach them through that?
Okay, so I have a few tips that you can do. One may sound quite simple, but as a matter of fact, just talk to them
Mhm.
by reading to them, explaining all the activities that you're doing. The more the parent talks, the bigger a child's vocabulary will grow. So
Gotcha.
parents should use all types of words, big and small.
Mhm.
Another thing they can do is react and imitate all the sounds and words that their child is using at home.
Okay.
If you have a child who is hard to understand, and it's interesting, we're talking to you. I'm thinking we also just interviewed someone who is an expert in stuttering, and so we were
Mhm.
kind of talking. It's a related topic, I think. But if you have a child you can't understand, what is the best behavior that you can model to help them through that?
So, when someone asks me that question, the first thing I would like to know is if they even had a hearing screen or a hearing test done. Because a lot of
Mm,
times it may be a matter of a child not being able to hear. It could be earwax in their ears, it could be
Yeah.
something else going on. So, I would have them go see a doctor or an audiologist first to have that done. If, let's
mhm.
say, they had that completed and it came back normal, then I would do a screen, or a therapist would do a screen to see which sounds are they able to hear correctly and which sounds are they not able to say correctly.
Gotcha.
I want to say though that it is normal for some kids to have errors and they may outgrow them.
Gotcha. Let's talk about
Mhm.
this is actually just a very personal question now. So my little boy Mario, zero issue talking. I mean, none. This guy talks a
Mhm.
ton. He's like 19 months and man, he just doesn't stop. However, when it comes to eating, he's been incredibly
Mhm.
picky. And this is a thing where some kids, they maybe they're tongue tied or whatever it might be, but they don't want to necessarily try to eat more types of food. How do you coach a kid through that?
Okay, so I would first start off by making a list of all the foods that they can eat and see if there's anything that's tying them together. So if it's a matter of the child only likes soft foods or if
Mhm.
a child only likes crunchy foods, then I would start introducing foods that are part of that quote same family,
Yeah.
but or have a different taste.
Mhm.
I would encourage the child to be able to smell different types of food, be involved, have the child be more involved. If they're able to talk, I would simply ask him or her, what is it that you like about the food and what you don't like? And take that all that into consideration.
Gotcha.
If you're trying to get a
Mhm.
child to eat foods that are of a different texture than what they are currently eating, I would introduce it in very small doses and
Yeah,
have them hold it and feel it and watch you eat it at the same time, just for them to get an idea.
gotcha.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. You have a special offer today. You're offering screenings to folks. Tell us about it.
Yes. So I offer a free 15-minute screens for all families or people who have any concerns about their children, who have maybe difficulty with their articulation, difficulty with being able to say or expand on their words. And during that time, they can give me a call, let me know what's going on, and I can help guide them on what their next steps should be.
Fantastic. Edna, it's great having you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
very much.
All right, if you want more
Nice to meet you
information,
as well.
you see the website right there, the phone number as well. Really great things, especially if you're a parent that's spending more time with your kids and realizing, you know what, there's some improvements that could be made here. And now would be a great time to reach
Yeah.
out. More Than Words LLC, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.